Key terms. You're going to read the definition first, then provide the term for us. Mr. Van Etta, term number 1.
Old rural towns, rotten boroughs.
Very good.
Oh boy.
Continue. Term number 2. Lizzie.
A reforming movement in democratic England, Chartist movement.
The Chartist movement, or Chartism, very good. Just remember ism, the suffix provided means process. Excellent. Next one. Winter.
Queen of England, queen from 1837 to 1901, which was deemed the Victorian age and was also the longest single reign by a monarch in English history. Many economic advances, Queen Victoria.
Excellent. Mr. Van Etta, next term, please.
Leader of the Conservative Party, Tories, who gave the vote to a large category of working class men in 1867, Prime Minister of England, Benjamin Disraeli.
Very good. Now remember, DC Comics, Disraeli Conservative. That's the easiest way to remember that. DC Comics, Disraeli Conservative. Excellent. Continue on. Lizzie?
Leader of the Whigs, alternated as Prime Minister of England with Disraeli. His Liberal Party gave the majority vote to farm workers and most of the men of the nation. William Gladstone.
William Gladstone. Gladly free or gladly liberal is how you can remember that one, okay? Excellent. Final term. Mr. Van Etta? Oh, Winter. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay, redistributed seats in the House of Commons, eliminated rotten boroughs, and granting suffrage to men with a certain amount of property. Great Reform Act.
The Great Reform Act, or formerly known as the Reform Bill of 1832. Excellent job. And again, you might see those both. So we'll put it in there for you. Excellent job. Okay, any questions on vocabulary? Wonderful, wonderful. Let's progress. Main idea number 1. Reformers in the 1800s sought to make Parliament more representative. 3 facts. Mr. Bakke.
I went to, but in the 1820s, Parliament granted Catholics and non-Anglican Protestants equal voting rights. In 1832, Parliament passed the Great Reform Act, redistributing seats in the House of Commons, giving representation to larger cities and towns, and getting rid of rotten boroughs.
Good. We need one more. Excellent job so far. And remember, you can write everything if you truly wish, or what I underline is the main ideas that you have here. Okay, anything else that can be added to this one? Seth?
Would it be the population shifted, or?
Nope, nope. Let's look at the Chartism, the movement as a whole here, okay? Radical changes including universal male suffrage. Now, that being said here, we can separate this into basically our two prime ministers, okay? That being said here, limited suffrage for men. Specifically, who's going to get voting rights initially? Men, but what are they doing? Working class men, okay? Okay, DC. Make sure you guys understand this. Working class conservative. Both start with C. Easy to remember. DC comical. Batman was a hero. Disraeli was a hero for many. Okay? However you'd like to remember this. That being said, universal male suffrage. That's a pretty liberal idea, correct?
Yes.
So who's that going to occur under?
William Gladstone.
William Gladstone. Very good. Okay, gladly liberal, liberal ideas. Excellent job. Now, skipping back up here to number 1. This is a very important idea to understand. Catholics and non-Anglican Protestants equal rights. Why is this important? Describe Great Britain, or England specifically. Okay?
They're one religion.
And what is it? Which church? It's Protestantism, but it's a specific one. Okay? Sam?
Isn't it the Anglican?
The Anglican Church. Okay? Excellent. Make sure you have that. Now that is a branch of Protestantism, but nonetheless, that is the church that's being controlled by the monarch of Great Britain. That being said, if you're bestowing rights on Catholics, that's a pretty extreme idea. Non-Anglicans, less extreme, but nonetheless, these are the ideas that we want to harbor here. Excellent job. Moving forward. Queen Victoria became the great symbol of the British way of life. You need to describe her and then give us the nickname. Kayla?
Her reign was the longest in British history and exercised little real political power in the Victorian age.
Okay, so we know it as the Victorian age. Describe the Queen herself. Alex?
Victorian ideas included duty, thrift, honesty, code of morals, hard work, and respectability.
Absolutely. Okay? Now under her, and again, this is the description, you do actually need all of this, so make sure you get it down. Okay? Became a revered symbol of British might as the empire expanded. Now, if you just analyze number 1, you can see that on paper, this monarch, this leader of your country, although mainly just for formality's sake, tends to be a pretty good person, correct? Now, as a society, you have two options. You can ally yourself with an oppressive dictator who's going to take away all of your rights and privileges, or you have a monarch who embodies all of these different descriptions. Who's going to be looked more highly upon? What? Queen Victoria, absolutely. You're not going to say, man, I just love that dictator. Okay, I love living every day in my life in fear of losing everything and possibly even death and imprisonment. No, you're going to focus on someone who's a positive icon of your nation. Okay, if you just analyze presidents for the United States, how many of you just say, man, Andrew Jackson was the greatest president in the world? No, you go to icons of like George Washington or Lincoln jumps to the front of your mind. Someone who promoted significant change of moral good. Okay? And we continue on. In the 1860s, a new era opened in British politics with Benjamin Disraeli and William Gladstone at the helm. Sexton.
Benjamin Disraeli forged the Tories into the modern Conservative Party. William Gladstone evolved into the Liberal Party, and Disraeli pushed through the Reform Bill of 1867, and Gladstone extended suffrage.
Very good. Excellent job. Okay, Disraeli Conservative. DC Comics, a hero to the working class. Make sure I understand that. Vote to a large category, working class men, 1867. That is important. It's not universal, but it steps towards progress. Okay? Gladstone's Liberal Party extends it to farm workers and almost everyone else, getting to the idea of universal male suffrage, which again means what? Universal male suffrage. Male's right to vote regardless of your economic status, regardless of how much land you own. Absolutely. The other final thing I want you to have here, Liberal government pushes through measure that Parliament restricted the right power of the House of Lords. Okay? Now, with the structure of Parliament in England, though, you have the House of Lords and what? The House of Commons. Very good. Now, looking at the United States' Congress, the Senate and the House of Representatives falls under which categories here?
House of Senate is the House of Lords, and the House of Commons is the House of Representatives.
Excellent job. Okay? That being said, financially speaking, which one of these would tend to have wealthier individuals more concerned with the majority of the nation's wealth?
House of Lords.
The House of Lords, very good. So if you see this item here, restricted their power, you're trying to make this more representative. Make sure you get that in. More rep, okay? More rep, more people, more happy. More smiley face. Shazam. Everyone's happy. Or at least it's taking steps towards this notion. That's the major idea here. Okay? Excellent job, everyone, thus far. Any questions? Wonderful, wonderful. Objective groups. Time to shine. Explain why reformers sought to alter Parliament in the 1800s. Caden.
People still didn't have some people still didn't have the right to vote. High-ranking clergy and nobles could veto bills passed by the House of Commons, and they were far from a democratic nation.
Okay, very good. Except nobles is what we have here. Nobles tend to have a lot of what?
How?
Power, because they have a lot of
Money.
money. Very good. That's something to remember. Now with this, less than 5% of the people are able to participate. Make sure you have that down. Less than 5% of the people can vote. So again, if 100% of the power is held within 5% of the people, how many people are truly enjoying their current situation? Only that 5%, absolutely. Okay? Maybe you're living comfortably, but your voice isn't really being heard all that much. Okay? Other necessities that must be eliminated, we could have here. What can we have? There's a problem. It's a vocabulary term. Alex? Rotten boroughs must be eliminated. Very good. Okay, we have unequal representation. Excellent job. Summarize the role of the various political parties in the Victorian era. Why is it known as the Victorian era? Let's start there.
Queen Victoria.
Okay, that's cool. We've had many different monarchs, but why is this an era as a whole? Caden?
Because of the new style of like, I'll say like art, or like not really like.
Life, culture,
Yeah.
politics. Absolutely. Just write progress underneath that. Okay, that being said, summarize the role of political parties. What's their goal? What's going on? Who are they led by? Objective groups. Blake?
Expand empire.
Okay, expand the empire. That's an objective here, an important sub-objective. We have two political groups. Who are they? Liberals and conservatives. Very good. Okay, so we'll start there. Lib equals conserve equals. That being said, who's in charge of each of these political parties? Our prime ministers. Liberal is who?
Oh, that's right.
Gladstone. You're gladly liberal. Remember that. Okay? And then the conservatives are led by Disraeli. DC Comics, Batman's a hero. Disraeli's a hero to the working class. Okay? Major activities that occur under these people. Can we have here?
Universal.
Go ahead, Aaron. Okay, for who? Okay. What else can we have here? Nate, I think I heard you say one.
Universal male suffrage.
For who?
Liberals.
Okay. Male suffrage means what?
Vote, males can vote.
Excellent. What can we have for Disraeli?
The reform of 18.
Okay.
Push toward greater social economic justice.
Okay. What else occurred under him? Social economic justice. Anyone going to earn the right to vote?
Yeah, working class.
Okay. Excellent. Working class suffrage. Describe how Britain achieved universal male suffrage. Kid?
Disraeli pushing through the reform bill. By giving the right to vote to all the working class.
Okay. So Disraeli takes steps by going through with the working class right to vote.
Let's see here. The secret ballot.
Okay. Ending of the secret ballot.
Other terrorist ambitions.
Who's ultimately going to achieve universal male suffrage? Good. And that will be ultimately expanded to whom? Including the working class, which occurred under Disraeli. Who's going to earn the right to vote under Gladstone?
Farmers.
Farmers and
Other
pretty much everyone else. Very good. Any questions? Great job, everyone. Your homework packets are coming out. The peer tutors are going to get those to you. Just make sure that you get the first section done, and that's all you have to do.